Hi everyone. Today we are going to make a wacky cake or a crazy cake or a depression era cake or depression cake they call it. And it has simple ingredients and we don't use any eggs or butter at all. So we're going to start out with a greased 8x8 square pan. And I have already measured my dry ingredients in here, and I started just a little bit earlier. I did 1.5 cups of flour, so I put that in there. And then I added 1 cup of sugar, and I used my vintage measuring cup for the sugar. And I used 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Very important. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And I mixed them all directly in the pan. So that's the way you make the wacky cake. You don't have to use any other mixing bowls at all. So it goes all in there. So, and then what you do next is, after you mix all the dry ingredients, you make 3 little depressions. 1, 2, 3. And in each depression goes our liquid ingredients. So in one of them, it's 1.5 cups of vanilla. So that's 1. Oh, did I say cups? Ah! That's so funny. You don't want to put 1.5 cups in. 1.5 teaspoons in. Okay, that's so silly. That would be way too much vanilla. It wouldn't work at all. So that's in one of my holes there. And then I have to add 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. Now the white vinegar, I believe, is the most important part of this recipe. I think that's what makes it come together and rise. Just another chemical reaction in baking. So 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Now I've tried the chocolate cake before, but I've never tried the vanilla. But I feel like I just made those chocolate brownies a couple weeks back, so I wanted to try something different. So there's the vinegar, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. And now remember, I heated up my oven to 350 degrees to start. And then, let's see, I put my vanilla in, I put my, I need 5 tablespoons of oil. So you can use canola oil, vegetable oil, but you need 5 of them. So in one of my holes, I put the vanilla, can you see that? And then the other one, I put the vinegar, and now I'm gonna add the oil. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of oil, 5. That's probably instead of the butter, I would imagine. Okay, so there's that. So then I'm going to take that and I'm going to mix this gently, and then I'm going to add the 1 cup of water to the entire thing. So here we go. We're going to add a cup of water, and it's going to kind of bubble up a little bit because of the vinegar and the vanilla and the baking soda. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to mix that up. I don't want to tip this too much. If you can see, like I said, right in the pan. Now I greased the pan ahead of time and made sure that it won't stick. So here we go. So you can choose to make a frosting to put on top, or you can have it plain. I prefer frosting. I love frosting. So I'm going to make a simple butter frosting, I think, for this one. And we'll frost it after we take it out of the oven, obviously. That's so silly. We'll do that. So you see what I'm doing there. And it's not quite mixed up yet. Still working on it. So I guess I was reading that if you make it in a bowl ahead of time, it actually doesn't come out as well as doing it right in the pan, which I think is pretty surprising. It smells really good because it has vanilla in it. And honestly, that was my last bit of flour. There's no flour in any of the stores right now. So I think I'm gonna have to order it online. I also heard that Soleil & Sons is offering ways to purchase flour from them and yeast. So, and I have no yeast left at all either. And I've been searching and searching for yeast everywhere. So this looks like, wow, it is still really not mixing. Now you notice I'm not using a hand mixer or blender or anything. Just doing it by hand, the old-fashioned way. It looks like most of the lumps are gone. I hope this comes out good. My grandson is visiting today, so when he wakes up from his nap, we'll frost it. We'll put some frosting on and some sprinkles. Okay, so that's all set. So that was super easy. Just really need the basics for cake making without the eggs, without the butter. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, and I believe it's gonna cook for about 25 minutes. So I'm gonna put the timer on, get it set. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it came out. Be back in a few. Hi, I'm gonna make some vanilla frosting for our cake. So I decided to do a buttercream frosting. And again, if you don't have butter, you can always use a canned frosting that you have on hand. But I like to make fresh frosting when I make my cakes. So that's 1/2 cup of butter, softened. And I am going to cream that with my blender. Okay, that's that. So I'm going to use 1 pound of confectioner's sugar. I always seem to wear black when I make this kind of thing, so I'm probably going to get covered. But let's do that. I'm going to mix that in a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to take my ingredients and kind of alternate. So I'm going to do that. And then, so I'm going to add a little bit of milk, 1 tablespoon to start. Maybe I'll do 2 tablespoons. It's supposed to be 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. So in the recipe, it is 1 stick of butter, 3 or 4 tablespoons of milk, 1 pound of confectioner's sugar, like a box of sugar, and some vanilla. And that's it. So I'm going to start mixing a little bit more. The sugar. Usually I don't even measure the milk, but I'm measuring it for you guys today. Okay, it's starting to come together, as you can see. Looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of milk. And a little bit more of the powdered sugar. And I'm going to go grab my spatula to kind of scrape the sides down a little bit. Now, depending on what kind of consistency you're looking for, you can add more liquid. This recipe is on the box of most sugars, so it's easy to access, but I can definitely put the recipe with my post. So here we go. 1 teaspoon of vanilla And I do not like to use imitation vanilla. Just want to put that out there because it just doesn't taste right. To me, anyway. So I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to add the last bit of the sugar. And see how it's coming. Now with this, you definitely need to use a blender. I just think it comes out better, smoother. And I am making a huge mess. Hold on. 1 second. Where is my measuring spoon? Here we go. 1 more tablespoon of milk. And I'm going to scrape those sides down. Let's see. So I can mix it in better. Here we go. I'm going to put it on high this time. Starting to come together. There it is. It looks pretty good. Let me turn the light on so you can see. Let's turn it up. There we go. Okay. So there's our frosting. I'm going to wipe down the sides a little bit. And this is the one we're going to put on our Wacky Cake. Oh, it looks good. Nice and smooth. Simple, simple, but yummy. All right, so that's ready. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to come back, get the cake out of the oven, frost it, put some sprinkles on it. It'll be beautiful. Okay, here we are back again in Allison's kitchen. We have to frost the Depression Wacky Cake. It came out pretty good. Come on up. You want to help me, Loxley? My grandson's here, and he's going to help.
You're going to help?
Yeah, you're going to help. Okay. We're going to put some frosting on the top. Oh, did you feel it? How does it feel?
Warm.
Does it feel warm?
We feel.
We're going to put some frosting on top. Ooh, is that good? Okay, well, we're going to wait. We're going to wait until you want to spread it? You want to spread it? See if you can do it. All right, good job. All right. I'm going to get another knife to help you.
I gotta lick it up.
Don't lick that.
Did he lick it?
No.
Oh, no.
I didn't do one. No, look at it.
You can't lick it. You can after we do this, when we're going to put sprinkles on top, you can have a piece, okay? And you can tell me how it tastes.
We have the candles on it.
You want to put candles on
You
it?
can put candles on it after we're done with this, okay?
I don't know whose birthday it is. Must be someone's birthday.
Have it?
Here, put the sprinkles. Can you get the sprinkles?
Yeah, I show.
Just want to see if I'm still recording here. I'm a little distracted.
I don't.
Okay. How's that? Is that good?
Good.
Can you pop the top? Oop, that's too big. Okay. Not too many, okay? Just enough. Okay, now over here. Over there. All right, over here. Oh, one more time. That looks so awesome. Yay, look. There's the cake.
Oh,
I'm going to turn the light on so we can see it better. Look. You can see. Good job. Okay.
Oh, because you think they're going to be candles?
Oh, we lost them. Oh, now we have the lights off. I'm going to cut a little piece and we can put a candle in it if you want.
Did you turn off the video or no?
Well, the video's still going.
I've been done.
I don't know if this is going to work. That's okay. All right, here we go. Ah, look at that. Look how nice that looks. Can you see that? Wow. Okay, so we're going to have a piece now. Thanks so much for coming to Miss Allison's kitchen. We'll see you next time.